And welcome to the second fixture of the season. We've got a big one coming up, Northern Hawks against Condors. Last time out, these two sides met. It was actually the Condors who upset the Hawks in a 1-0 win. So it's definitely an exciting encounter in store. Going through the lineups, Ches Houston wears 5, Lukman Sayed wears 7, Daniel Famato, the number 77, Nishan Alagoda, the number 6, Chandra Nagendran, the number 8. Logan Rindell makes his return to the league wearing 9 after quite a long time on the sidelines. Nathan Jovers, the backup goalkeeper, wearing 12. Chris Rocky, number 11. Devin Rindell, number 2. And Carlo Eastwood, number 22. And for the Condors, we've got Cristobal Zuniga starting in goals at the number 12. Rodrigo Silva, the number 5. Claudio Campesano, the number 4. Ethan Shimp, the number 2. Kevin Martinez wearing 3. Rodrigo Aguirre wearing 6. Eddie Garrido, the number 8. Jose Hernandez, the number 9. And Pablo Vargas, the number 14. Rocky on the ball. Tries to get around Hernandez, but he's brought to ground. Early foul conceded. Rocky, ball in the middle to Alagoda. Now out wide to Houston. And Rocky can't quite keep it in. Hernandez brings it in for the Condors. Campesano, Hernandez. Back to Campesano. Eddie Garrido tries to play it forward, but couldn't reach Aguirre. Campesano, Garrido. Almost cuffs it up at the back to Rocky. Has to be careful here, Garrido. Risky ball. Houston with the early shot. And it was heading toward that back post, but Rocky couldn't add the finishing touch. Garrido around the corner. Aguirre. Amato's first action. And he is there to claim it. Sayed to Houston. Nishan Alagoda. Back to Ches Houston. Sayed. Alagoda. Reverse ball to Rocky. And he tries to help it on to Ches Houston, but just wasn't to be. Zuniga, long throw, trying to find Aguirre. Alagoda brings it down. Houston bursts down the wing and puts one toward the back post. Hernandez. Down the line. Flicks Aguirre in behind. Famato with a good save. Alagoda to Houston. Ball in the middle given away. Campesano cuts beyond Alagoda. But a tame effort down Famato's way. Sees the Hawks get possession back. And Logan Rindell makes way onto the court. So too, look when Sayed. Alagoda's got in behind and sprays his effort wide. So a massive occasion for Logan Rindell, who's been out for quite some time thanks to a couple of nasty ACL injuries. And here he is for his first touch on the ball in black. Houston. Sayed. Houston. Ball forward, trying to find Logan Rindell. Laid off to Martinez, who fires on the left boot, but sent behind for a corner. Campesano. Pass couldn't find Eddie Garrido. Rindell, both Rindells on the court now for the Northern Hawks, both Devin and Logan. Devin Rintel on the ball. Houston. Back to Devin Rintel. Pass rolling underfoot. Hernandez. Long ball forward. Ricochets off Martinez. Syed to Logan Rintel. Ball in the middle. Syed back to Devin Rintel. Logan Rintel almost giving it away under the press. Chandra Nikendran on out for the Hawks. Syed tried to play it forward, but it was a poor ball in the end. Rodrigo Silva on. Eddie Garrido off. And no Felipe Vera tonight for the Condors. A big out for them. Their charismatic talisman. Logan Rintel goes in sliding on Martinez. Around the corner by Campesano. Syed tries to go for a bit of a run, but just ran out of room on the wing. Rodrigo Silva. Campesano. Ricochets off Nick Endren. Syed goes up for the header. A nice ball from Logan Rintel to Devin Rintel, and he looks to slip one in at the back post. Still going. Syed. Same effort, really. Couldn't connect with it as sweetly as he would have liked to. Silva to Campesano. Ball over the top. Headed on by Hernandez. Nick Yandrin. Logan Rintel. Nick Yandrin to Devin Rintel. Syed back to Rintel. Nick Yandrin. Syed looks for the ball in the middle. Logan Rintel loses out. Devin there to clear. Chance coming in for the Condors. Campesano. Good sliding challenge by Devin Rintel, who hangs on to possession as Alagoda comes back on for the Hawks. And a shot coming in from Logan Rintel. Didn't miss by much. Trying to score on return. Cristobal Zuniga. Schimpf under high press. And not sure what the decision here is. Two touches been given by the referee. So an opportunity for the Northern Hawks to put something on Zuniga's goal. Logan Rintel standing over it. Devin Rintel and Houston in the center. Alagoda on the far side, perhaps a line of three. It is, and Alagoda hits the back of the net. The opening goal of the campaign for the Hawks is scored by the youngest man on the ground. And what a finish it was. Well taken on the left boot, Nishan Alagoda. The training ground set piece paying dividends, and nothing really the Condors could do about that one. Ball into the middle. Martinez. Forward, but only as far as Houston, who lets it run. Alagoda. Rintel. Nick Yandrin. Lofting it forward, trying to find Alagoda's run, but couldn't quite do so. Devin Rintel, Houston, ball into the middle. Rintel still going. Cristobal Zuniga to Rodrigo Silva. Now Campesano launches it forward. Nick Gendron heads clear. Battling forward in the centre. Martinez trying to come away with it, but couldn't do so in the end.
Houston over the side ball. Rindell, Nagendron, Aligoda. Nagendron just rolled into touch. Condors side ball. And Silva will take it for the Condors. Rolls it back, well read there by Rindell. And then Aligoda comes in for the second challenge as Aligoda plays back Rindell. Rindell shoots. Good save there by Cristobal Zuniga. Still going Rindell, battling hard. Doesn't come out on top, but well done there by Rindell. Out wide, the Gendron comes in with the challenge and wins possession back for the Northern Hawks. So have a look on that replay. Well done there by Rindell. Great defensive work rate turned into a counter-attack for the Hawks. Is now over the top looking for Aligoda, couldn't find him. Zuniga rolls it out. Ball over the top, collected from Famato. And he releases Rocky on the turn. We all know Chris Rocky, new dad to his son. And he's so lethal on that turn and shot on his left foot. And here's Nagendron. Does well, resets to Houston. Now Rocky, Houston, back roll for Saeed, who checks back on. Takes it down the line, so much space. Can he make it two? Big save. Zuniga, Houston still battling hard. Condors do well to get out of danger. Doesn't touch the roof. He's through on goal, asking for the foul, nothing called. And now it's a 3-on-2. Famato gets past a couple, plays it wide. Saeed. And it's over the top. 6 points in the AFL game there for Lukman Saeed, but in futsal, absolutely nothing as we get back underway. Silva down the line, looking for his target. Rocky does well. Then he holds it up, still in play. Saeed comes back across, tries to drive inside. It's a physical game. So far, challenges flying in, but all dealt with really well by the referees and both sides. Rocky tries to switch it, gets intercepted. Now, Aguirre, his touch let him down, rolls into touch. Famato's ball as Aligoda checks off for Logan Rindell. Houston, Saeed, Rindell, back into the rotation. Ball over the top, finds Rocky. Couldn't forget to get his first touch, and now Aguirre out wide. Garrido back to looking for the run of Schimpf. He did well, wins Condors a corner. And you've got to remember this contest, it's always rather tight. Last season we did see the Condors get over the top of the Northern Hawks in a shock upset. But so far it is the Northern Hawks over the top. That goal from Aligoda, really well taken. We are into his target. Well defended there, Saeed. Silva. Switch of play. Done well, Garrido. Again, defended well there by Rocky and Saeed, and Famato will get us back underway. There's some space in behind here for Rindell. It finds him. Good first and second touch. But then Aguirre came in strong. Sees it out of play. Rindell, Houston into Rocky. Good touch around, back to Houston. Well defended there, Hernandez. Switches wide. Back to Hernandez. Condors happy to keep possession, but then they force it, trying to find the run of Hernandez. Couldn't connect with him. And Saeed. Loose ball, but Famato collects. Then Rindell, Houston, Saeed. The big names for the Northern Hawks combining. As Saeed tried to trivela it around the corner looking for Rocky. Couldn't connect with him. Schimpf. Done well as a pivot in this first half. Hernandez. Back to Aguirre. Now Schimpf. Good spell of possession this by the Condors. Hernandez down the line. Inside Schimpf. Around the corner. Could get his footing right. Gets the shot off. There Garrido. Still going Garrido. Battling hard. Rocky. Couple of challenges and Condors happy to just reset play. Aguirre. Hernandez with some spicy looking Jomas. Jose Hernandez in the blue and white. New thought this huge summer season we have upcoming. Ball down the line. Garrido battling hard with Rindell is now timeout is called for the Northern Hawks, I do believe. Sorry, the Condors rather. And so far, low scoring affair, 1 goal to the good for the Northern Hawks. Well worked set piece with Alagoda connecting inside, getting his goal scoring tally underway. And now, John Goodlich, what do you think the Condors have to improve in the remaining of this first half and into the second to maybe get a draw or maybe even get the victory tonight?
Well, I think they've just got to make sure they stay in the game. We saw it last match with Phoenix. Throughout the first half, they made it a contest and, eventually Kumbro overran them and got in behind and made it 4-1. But, whilst the score is at 1-0, it's really anybody's game. They've had the half chances and maybe it could have been a little bit cleaner in the final third with some of them. But, yeah, just making sure they don't go another goal down before the break, I think would be the main thing. And they've had Pablo Vargas arrive on the touchline. He'll give them some much-needed aggression and physicality. He had a good season last time around. Vargas definitely adds a lot to the Condor side and is a big addition for them at the midpoint of the match. Rindell gets around Okwe, tries to feed in Houston, but just couldn't quite. Ball into the middle. Hernandez, poor touch. Rindell snatches at the opportunity. Zuniga, short ball to Campesano. Garrido around the corner. Okwe looks for the 1-2. Rindell to Alagoda. Goes through the middle, stumbles over. No foul, says the referee. And Okwe with the half chance, not going to trouble Famato. He just bounces it out to Logan Rindell. He's played a lot of minutes in his first game back thus far. It's good to see. Now here's an opportunity for Logan Rindell. Unselfishly to the back post, finds Devon. And that's the combination that's been lacking for the Hawks over the past couple of seasons. It's back and better than ever. Logan Rindell with an immediate impact on his return to the competition. And there's nothing more you love to see as the Hawks' margin is extended. 5 minutes left to go in this first half. Campesano to Hernandez. Ball in behind, trying to find Campesano, who gets there first, but couldn't really trouble Daniel Famato from that angle. Alagoda to Rindell. Now Ches Houston. Back to Ringel. Down the line, Ringel goes. Logan Ringel, that is, but to no avail on that occasion. Ball in the middle, Garrido. Nice pass around the corner. And couldn't trouble Famato. Ringel's marked up the other end. Poor touch, straight into Cristobal Zuniga. Campesano to Garrido. Ball down the line. Back to Garrido. Hernandez flicks it forward, trying to find Campesano's run. Bit in at the near side. Houston. Ringel, Alagoda. Back to Devin Ringel. Houston. Now Logan Ringel on the board. Ball into the middle. Logan Ringel was taken out and got to be careful there. Wouldn't want to see another injury for the young man. Devin Ringel to Syed. Logan Ringel couldn't afford to go in too hard with that challenge, and Garrido shoots in at the near post. Syed. Logan Ringel. Lovely ball over the top. Syed with a good first touch, but Campesano just managing to stake offside. Syed up the line. Logan Ringel placed over the crossbar. Zuniga short to Garrido. Flicks it down the line, trying to find Martinez. Martinez buys a side ball. Vargas for his first action in the match. Campesano. Back to Pablo Vargas. Under press here. Garrido. Bit more movement needed by the Condors. Garrido trying to dribble out of the press. Has to be careful. Vargas has no choice but to pump it long. It's fallen to Syed. Alagoda tried to help it on. Couldn't wrap his foot around it. Zuniga short to Garrido. Vargas around the corner with the outside of the boot. Didn't come off. Alagoda in behind for a second. Ringel surely. Alagoda cleared off the line by Vargas. The Condors stay alive. Martinez. Great sliding challenge by Devin Ringel. Campesano. Pablo Vargas. Ball down the line. Martinez helps it on. Garrido. Ringel does well. Lovely flick around the corner. Syed has Alagoda. Surely! Big save by Zuniga. Alagoda eyeing out a double. And it all started through the good footwork of Logan Ringel.
Side ball here, Alagoda, Ringel. Bobbles in the box, but Zuniga, good save initially. Corner ball. It's the timeout card. Is being put in from the Condors. Ringel makes it 3 from the corner. Well taken there, Devin Ringel, as now the timeout is called for the Condors. That's not what they wanted. Kept it on 2 going into the timeout, but Ringel just wasn't marked and straight through the middle. Zuniga probably should have done better. And now heading into the timeout in the last 2 minutes of the first half, the Condors find themselves 3-0 down. Northern Hawks have been very dominant, moving the ball in that 4-0 rotation really well. Rocky and Nagendran finding themselves in those target positions and then sort of acting as that false target, coming back into the rotation, doing well. And what about Logan Ringel on return? Him and Devin connecting with each other. That's that brotherly chemistry you'd like to say. So from here we see in the timeout from the Condors, they're all getting a stern talking to by the coach. We'll see if they can react. There's still plenty of time left. A whole half and then the last 2 minutes of this first. If they can pull one back here, have some more positivity and that momentum leading into the second. You never know what could happen, but the Northern Hawks, they'll continue to be at their absolute best. Nevertheless, Greg Farrell just getting them back in line. Now for the Hawks, we've got Alagoda, Nagendran, Saeed, Houston, of course, Famado in net. And then for the Condors, we have Vargas, Zuniga in net. Aguirre as the pivot. And then Kevin Martinez as well. So minute 53 left on the clock. Martinez goes for a shot, but it ends up for the side ball. Nagendran back to Houston. Famado clears. Almost found Alagoda. Just wasn't on his toes quick enough. Couldn't connect. On the ball. Back wide. Vargas. Down the line. Looking for the pivot. Asking for the foul. Nothing called. Saeed. Back to Houston. Cuts inside. Nagendran. Houston. Back rolls, but Alagoda had made the forward run. Couldn't connect with him. Long-ranged effort. Just wide. Famado. Now Alagoda. As Hernandez checks back on for the Condors. Alagoda. Nagendran. Houston, back to Nagendran. Houston, delightful ball through to Saeed. Nagendran at the back post! And eventually it does bubble in. Chandra Nagendran, I think he'll be given the goal. And what about that through ball by Ches Houston? Sucked into the defense. As we'll just have a look on the replay. You can catch the end of that ball through to Saeed. Then at the back post, working hard was Martinez, but Nagendran, pass like that from Saeed, you're not going to miss from there. And now, that's not at all what the Condors needed. Heading into halftime, they are 4 goals down, and you can't see any other result than a Northern Hawks win. But as that said, Hernandez goes for the shot. Really well dealt with there by Famado, keeping it in play. Nagendran, Saeed. As Alagoda checks off. And he'll be replaced by Carlo Eastwood, his first stint of the match. I do believe his debut in the Men's Supa-Liga. Nagendran, back to Saeed. Gets dispossessed. But then Nagendran, how good was that? Great interception, but just wide. Zuniga planted himself. Nagendran tried to go around him, but just couldn't. Now Zuniga. Vargas goes long. Great ball, in fact. Famado did well to clear that one away from danger, as then the half-time whistle blows. Northern Hawks 4, Condors 0, and we're back with you just after this ad break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
About to get back underway with this second half. Northern Hawks are out to a resounding 4-goal lead. Youngster Carlo Eastwood stays on the court to start the period. Logan Rindell, he's looked decent on his return. First touch for Eastwood. Feeds Logan Rindell, who flicks it forward. Hernandez, good tackle by Eastwood, or by Rindell. Ricochets out to Eastwood, I should say. And Hernandez trying to get beyond Houston down the line, but to no avail. Carlo Eastwood to Houston. Logan Rindell. Now Houston pumps it long. Look to pick out Syed, but a poor ball from the high standards of the number 5. Vargas. Ball forward. Schimpf to Ogware. Now Hernandez. Back to Ogware. Feeds Hernandez down the line. Ball all the way back to Zuniga. Syed. Rindell trying to cut inside.
Carlo, go left, Carlo!
Syed, bit of an awkward touch. Out to Rindell, Houston in the middle. Syed, surely, big save Zuniga. Vargas under high press. Houston trying to win it up high. Vargas does well to get it down the line. Shim, 2-on-1. Great interception by Logan Rindell. And now a chance for Hawks up the other end. Houston still going. Battles for it with Vargas, who comes out the better. A 3-on-2. Schimpf in behind, and it's gone through Famato. Not going to be happy with that one. The Condors pull one back, and it's 4-1 here at Supa-Liga.
Boys, we don't want this to turn into a transition game. Take the ball back and keep possession.
Hawks are displeased to concede a goal like that. Well worked from the Condors in an attempt to get themselves back in the game. Still a long way to go though. Eastwood too slow on the ball at the back. Famato. Short to Houston. Poor ball from Houston. Chance for the Condors to get a second. Famato equal to it this time. Eastwood losing out. Syed to mop up. Lovely ball around the corner. Logan Rindell on the second attempt. Couldn't pick out Eastwood. Condors picking up some momentum. Hernandez cuts in. Gives it to the goal scorer, Schimpf. Ogware back rolls it to Vargas. He's played a lot of minutes since coming. Lays it off to Ogware. Blocked by Logan Rindell. Houston. Lupin Syed down the line. to Eastwood, who couldn't keep it in play.
Hello, next up.
Ogware. Ball in the middle. Hernandez can't get beyond Houston. Eastwood makes way to the bench. Nishan Alagoda back on. Long throw. Alagoda in behind. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Ogware. Ball out wide. Trying to find Hernandez. Or trying to find, Hernandez rather. Houston. Logan Rindell. Back to Houston. Deep run by Alagoda. Houston tries to find him. Alagoda going to get there first. Lovely back roll. Syed to Houston. Danger not cleared yet. Alagoda in at the side netting. Well worked move by the Hawks. Vargas to Rodrigo Silva. Silva to Vargas. Back to Vargas. Pressed hard by Alagoda. Does well to maintain possession. Still has it though. Has to be careful. Andes gets it around the corner. Hernandez does really well. And Rodrigo Silva couldn't control it to win a side ball.
Just keep the ball here. Hang on.
Alagoda.
Nish,
Ball
that
short
pass.
for
That comes
Logan
short.
Rindell.
It's got to be firm.
Devin Rindell receives with time. Almost given away across the back line. Logan Rindell coughs it up. Dorito. Ogware, he's played well tonight so far. Dorito to Campisano. Silva, ball in the middle. 1-2 around the corner. And the ball will end up back with Daniel Famato. Ball into the middle. Syed, Rindell, Alagoda, a bit sloppy. Rindell, and they're not dealing with the Condors high press as well as perhaps they would have liked to. Condors have picked up some momentum in the second half since being relatively tame in the first. Ogware. Ball slightly short of Campisano. Ogware under pressure, deals with it though. Gets it out to Silva. Long ball forward. Syed up to contest it. Alagoda does well to slow play down, and a bit of miscommunication with the sub. Chandra Nagendran will go into the referee's notebook. And an indirect free kick for the Condors on the touchline. Guido Silva shoots from distance. Nagendran. Rindell. Alagoda to Devin Rindell. Back to Logan. Nagendran. Alagoda around the corner. Pop forward by Devin Rindell. And Guido has gone in hard on Nagendran. And he goes into the referee's notebook for the rash challenge. Alagoda to Rindell. Now Logan Rindell. Back to Devin. Little 1-2 with Nagendran. Nice play from the Hawks. This is Logan Rindell's chance. Awkward bobble. Force back to Nagendran, who resets with Daniel Famato. Famato into the middle. Devin Rindell losing out. Nagendran, Alagoda. forward, given away. Devin Rindell trying to contest it. And a free kick for the Condors. Devin Rindell going into the referee's notebook. Devin Rindell has to be careful or else he'll be off. He's been put for the challenge and now is pushing it with Tom Glavovich for dissent. Just has to keep his head. If the Hawk Star man goes into the referee's notebook for a second time, it will really throw a spanner in the works for Greg Farrell's side. And a timeout called by the Condors. They've started off the second half well. Have pulled a goal back and somewhat have the Hawks on the ropes. Greg Farrell just trying to calm his side down in the huddle. The Condors full of positivity. Coach Harmy Bedoya is pleased in what he's seen since the break. Still a large deficit to make up, but it's not for the want of trying. They have tested down Famato more so in this second half, and if a goal or two goes in out of nowhere, this game suddenly starts to become a lot more interesting. Campesano standing over the set piece. As Rodrigo Silva as an option to the right. Martinez and Garrido inside the box. And they perform a rotation, but Martinez's ball was poor. Logan Rindell does well. Houston shifts it across the back line. Nick Gendron, ball forward into Alagoda's path. Needed to be a little crisper.
That's a good point there, John Goodlich. As we get back underway from the Northern Hawks. Ball's off the line though. Silva. Asking for a head injury there, but he gets straight back up when the whistle wasn't blown. He's all right. Back underway. And collected by Famato. Houston wide. Alagoda. Back to Houston. Delightful ball into Alagoda. Asking for the foul. Alagoda and his teammates. Nothing called. Garrido lays it back to his teammate. Alagoda. What a press there by Nishan Alagoda. He shoots. Great save there. Zuniga. Alagoda, he's rocked and riled up for this summer season. He's no longer an up-and-comer. He is one of the best. It's Famato, goes for a run, gets past one, gets past two, then loses the ball, but Logan Rindell does well. Famato still in his own half, and he's riled up. Ball goes wide. Rindell into Nagendran. Alagoda's in heaps of space on the left hard flank. But Nagendran, he had his head down looking at the ball, and Alagoda didn't communicate with his teammate. But it is a Hawks side ball nonetheless. Logan Rindell switches to Houston. Into Rindell. Skips past one, and then he does get a foul there on Garrido. as now Schimpf, Hernandez, and Vargas check back on. Hernandez, Vargas intercepted Houston. Alagoda skips past the challenge there of Vargas. Now Houston inside. Nagendran back to Houston. Wide to Rindell. Chip ball around the corner. And now Condors are building here. Hernandez played inside. Dummy from Schimpf. Right idea, but he just wasn't on the same wavelength as Garrido. Rindell. Now Alagoda. Houston, oh, how good was that by Houston? Great footwork. And he just couldn't slide in Alagoda. But then Rindell on the counter press. Does well, no foul called. Huge claims there from the Condors bench and the fans in the crowd. Nothing was called. It's a goalie ball for Famato. Long run of Saeed. Couldn't connect with him. Rolls into touch. Vargas into Hernandez. Back to Vargas. Garrido. Hernandez. Vargas. He's found some space inside. Vargas lays it back. Big press there by Rindell. Plays wide. Garrido. Condors' best play of the game. They're still inside the D, but Famato collects. Lagoda skips past a couple. Beautiful switch to Saeed. He flicks it inside, looking for Devon Rindell. He just couldn't control it. A bit too high for him. Vargas. Those aren't the kind of passes that are going to work for the Condors if they're going to pull a couple back. Saeed. Alagoda. Now Saeed. Alagoda had made a great run, leaping like a gazelle. But Lukman Saeed just wasn't on the same wavelength and couldn't connect with him. Hernandez. Now Vargas. Down the line. Looking for the pivot. Vargas, sorry. Doing well, holding it up well by the heavy pressure coming in from Alagoda. And then on the opposite flank, Schimpf gets dispossessed. It's still in play. Great footwork there as here's Hernandez. Brings it on his right. He shoots. It was going out of play either way, but Houston deflects it well for a corner. Garrido, his shot deflected. Corner ball as we have a look at the replay. Houston again did well to just make sure that one didn't find the target and challenge Famato. Now Houston. Saeed looking to suck in this high line of the Condors, but the Condors do well this time. Garrido skips past Alagoda. Saeed mops up any danger. Hernandez does well, wins the ball off Alagoda, but great counter press by him and Saeed. Saeed releases Alagoda. He's going to get there. Just on his weaker right foot. Couldn't get it into the box to cause any danger. Zuniga into Garrido. Back out wide. Schimpf. Hernandez. Now Vargas. Aguirre switches to Vargas. Cuts inside. Back to Hernandez. Looked like he was about to shoot. He didn't. Good dummy. Vargas into the hands of Famato. It is to mention Dan Famato. He may be one of the best goalkeepers in the league, but he's also a fantastic coach. He won the Under-11s Winter Supa-Liga title in the winter season, finishing third on the ladder and then having two big performances in the semi-final and grand final. Dan Famado's under 11 side, but back to the action on hand. Devin Rindell colliding there with Aguirre. And it is a free kick for the Northern Hawks. So have a look. He was wrestled down, seeing on the replay. And now the four main men of the Northern Hawks are just having a little chat. We know how lethal they are from their set-piece routines. We saw Alagoda capitalise on the first occasion. Saeed, Houston, Alagoda, Houston! That was just filthy there from the Northern Hawks. It's still bobbling around. Saeed keeps possession well, flicks it down the line. It's seen into touch. Well there by the Condors defence. Saeed, Rindell, Alagoda. Getting pressed hard here. Alagoda does well. Gets it back to Rindell. Houston. Now Saeed. That was Campesano. Came in the back of him and they were just caught napping there, the Condors defence. Alagoda should have made it two for himself on the evening. Vargas. Campesano. All over the top. Not on the same wavelength as the pivot. He wanted it to feet. Famado. Houston's made a beautiful forward run in miles of space. And on the right boot, Houston couldn't make it 5. What an opening night of the men's 2024-2025 Summer Supa-Liga season. It's great to see the introduction of the stop clock. Brings a different aspect to the game, a more positive aspect. And don't forget to join us tomorrow evening, where it's just blockbuster contest after blockbuster contest. First up, we've got the West Coast Cobras up against Perth AFC. And then over at Lakelands, we have South Perth Alliance facing up against a new look Furious side. And then 6:30, come back to Subiaco Futsal. We've got Coburn Wolves up against Longabata Futsal Club. And then to finish out round 1, it's the match of the round. Sterling Brazajinga up against the Akram Eagles. And that should be interesting indeed. Sterling Brazajinga, obviously, after a disappointing winter season, have got a lot more signings and have been very active in the transfer window. And then, obviously, the Akram Eagles, they have lost a few of their key men. As here's an opportunity for the Condors. Win themselves a corner. But yes, don't forget to join us tomorrow for all of the blockbuster contests. It should be a great night of futsal. You can catch it on our YouTube or Facebook channels, or if you have some free time, just come down to Subiaco Futsal or Lakeland Senior High School. But back to the contest at hand. So far, 1-0. 4-1, sorry, to the Northern Hawks. They've been absolutely dominant and definitely putting a statement out to the league this evening. Rindell inside Alagoda. Houston, Saeed, Alagoda, beautiful run to even better ball. And then that one's seen into touch by Aguirre.
3 minutes and just over on the clock now. The Hawks did the damage in the first half. Only one goal since the break, and that came from Ethan Shimp for the Condors. Not for the one to try, though. The Hawks have had plenty of chances, but the Condors' defence have held up resolutely in the second period. Devin Rindell, he's found the back of the net twice tonight. Syed to Houston. Back to Syed. Nick Gendron. Houston Back rolls it to Devin Ringel. Houston goes down off the ball. Nothing called by the referee. Houston under pressure and will receive a rolling foul. Houston with the free kick centre court. Plays it to Nagendran. Now Syed. Back to Houston. Nagendran. Gives it away under pressure. Vargas just about kept it in, I thought. Referee Tom Glavovich with a better view says it crossed the blue line. Ball across to Syed. Nice pass down the line trying to find Ringel. But the Northern Hawks, number 2, slid forward and couldn't reach it. Vargas. Last touch was off the Condors, number 11, so the Hawks will get the ball back here. Houston, left-footed strike. Saved by Cristobal Zuniga. Vargas, ball out wide to Garrido. Can't skip beyond Houston. Vargas picks it up, lays it off Campesano. And Vamato tips it over the crossbar. Shot from distance by Eddie Garrido. Now the Hawks can look to break. Ringel maybe a bit too fancy in that situation. Pablo Vargas to Campesano. Ball out wide to Vargas. And down the line, trying to find Martinez. Last touch was off Chandra Nagendran as Carlo Eastwood coming on for his second stint of the match. The youngster on debut. His side will get the victory. And a couple important minutes under his belt in the first division. Houston. Nagendran, loose touch in the centre. Garrido. Eastwood goes in for the tackle. Garrido holding onto it well. Eastwood beaten by Martinez, but Nagendran coming in with a good sliding challenge, and it looked like it was all ball to me, but the Condors bench erupted. And the side ball is what has been given. 5 fouls for the Northern Hawks. A minute and 5 seconds left for the Condors to try and draw some infringements and head to the 10-metre mark. Felipe Vera, their usual taker, absent from the lineup today, but Campesano, the man on the ball now, who I was going to say has a good shot on him, but commentator's curse sees that one fly wide of the goal. Famato, no real movement for the Hawks. Short ball, Syed pumps it long. Cristobal Zuniga to the feet of Martinez. Pass in the middle, intercepted. Nagendran, Eastwood, Syed to Houston, can't control it. Zuniga has to get it moving quickly for the Condors. Ball forward, it's found its way through to Vargas. He pops it down the line, around the corner Campesano goes. Syed going for a run, still going Syed. What a goal this would be, lays it off in Houston. No mistake from there. The Hawks ran off the game with a brilliant finish, and Lukman Syed with an individual effort, providing an excellent assist for Houston, who had the simple job of walking it into an open net. And if the result was ever in doubt, now it definitely isn't. 5-1. The Hawks lead. Just under 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Campesano to Garrido. They're still trying to get it back to the Condors. Side ball with 12 left to go. Garrido, open net. Zuniga is off his line. 9.2 seconds remain. Hernandez shoots from distance. Wasn't about effort, but wide off for Mato's poised to. Plays short to Rindell. Houston will run the clock out as there's still 0.8 of a second left to go. One last chance for Martinez to strike. Time effort in the direction of the goal. And the result is Northern Hawks 5, Condors Futsal Club 1.